that's all in March. Now here's something you can do for yourself this week. February 22nd to the 28th is Whole Foods Fighting Cancer and Supporting Our Troops Week. Whereas the Borough of Madison supports our nation's military personnel serving overseas, and whereas the Borough of Madison values the health of all its citizens and recognizes the need for continued research fighting leukemia, cancer, and AIDS, and whereas Whole Foods Market has created a brownie points drive whereby consumers may purchase a 3-pack of homemade brownies for research and have another sent to military personnel overseas. And whereas Whole Foods Markets will provide note cards for customers who may not want the brownies themselves, but wish to write to a member of our armed forces overseas and send with each note a package of freshly baked brownies. And whereas Whole Foods Market will donate the entire profit earned on every $5.99 package of brownies to the Madison-based T.J. Martell Foundation for Leukemia, Cancer, and AIDS Research. Now, therefore, I, Marietta Holden, Mayor of the Borough of Madison, on behalf of the governing body, do hereby proclaim February 28th, 2010, as Whole Foods Fighting Cancer and Supporting Our Troops Week, and urge all citizens to buy some homemade brownies for themselves and/or buy some brownies for our troops, along with a note of thanks, and at the same time help in raising funds for leukemia, cancer, and AIDS research. And you'll see these posters around town. Go buy your brownie points, or maybe you want to buy some brownie points and give them to someone who needs a little attaboy that's done a good job. If you don't feel like eating brownies, they have some without nuts, in case you're allergic. You could also pick up one of these note cards, fill it out, thank someone in the armed forces, give it to the cashier, they'll scan it, and they will send freshly baked brownies along with your note to the troops. So we thank Whole Foods for this initiative, and it's started out just as the Madison store and is now in 8 Whole Foods stores statewide. So thank you. It's hard to say freshly baked brownies. Okay. Now I do proclaim. May I report community affairs, Ms. Bell?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Well, I can skip the one about Whole Foods because I think you did that very nicely. And Madison is participating, or we hope to be certified as a green town through Sustainable Jersey. And with that in mind, the Garden Club of Madison is holding this Sunday, February 28th at 3 p.m. in the Chase Room. It's cheaper than you think, the economic case for strong climate legislation. Fred Curtis, economics professor at Drew University, will speak to this topic. This topic should interest anybody who's interested in the environment and concerned about, what it costs to protect our environment. And he spoke to the Garden Club and the public several years ago, and he was very entertaining. So we would hope that you would join us. And if it snows on Sunday, February 28th at 3 p.m., the snow date will be the following Sunday, March 7th at 3 p.m. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Finance and Borough Clerk, Mr. Conley.
Yes, Mayor. Just want to remind everyone that we added another budget hearing, which is this Thursday. It has been relocated to the Chase Room because this room is already booked. So we'll be here at 6:30 for the third hearing for budget, and then next Thursday back here again at 6:30. Also, I want to thank the mayor, Jeannie Sugimoto, and Don Links for joining me yesterday at Whole Foods. We got to sample the brownies and met there with Tony Martell, and he shared some great words about the foundation. And News 12, for those who have cable vision, was there to film it, and so you'll see your mayor and council enjoying some fine brownies. That is it.
Thank you. Public Safety, Ms. Sugimoto?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I would like to report that the fire department's response plan with the Madison Volunteer Ambulance Corps worked out real well for an incident during our recent snowstorm. Upon receiving the EMS call, the fire vehicle with the plow was immediately dispatched to the location to first opened up the roadway and the driveway for all emergency vehicles. After the patient was transported to the hospital, firefighters stayed and finished clearing the remaining snow for the residents' driveway and walkway. Their additional work was very much appreciated by the resident. Last Friday evening, a delivery truck was leaking diesel fuel along Main Street and in the parking lot of Stop and Shop right here in Madison. Thanks to the quick response of our fire department, along with our police department, county hazmat, DOT, Chatham Police and fire departments, the spill was quickly contained. Their quick action and hard work really made a difference in minimizing the environmental impact. The fire department utilized a total of 12 firefighters, and I'm delighted to see that 6 of them were volunteers. Also want to mention that our fire department also responded to Firehouse Pizza for an active wall oven fire before noon today. Again, due to their quick response, the restaurant only suffered very minor damage, and it's open for business this evening. And also want to say a special thanks for the mutual aid assistance from Florham Park and Cedar Knolls Fire Departments. Also, I have a new date for the Project Community Pride Breakfast. It's April 14th. It's still a Wednesday, but it's April 14th at 8:30. That's the same time. And it's still at the Fairmount Country Club in Chatham. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that. I had the wrong country club written down in my book. Okay. Utilities, Dr. Esposito.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The electrical department crews are currently working on inspection and reinforcement of all the primary voltage feeder circuits to keep them up to date and functioning properly and efficiently. This year so far, there's been no major power outages, which speaks to our electrical department impeccable service to our citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. Public Works and Engineering, Mr. Cerciello.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things. One, many thanks to the Public Works. Got a lot of compliments on how they're removing the snow. And doing a great job and cleaning the town right away. And we want to thank them. Also, tomorrow I meet with the engineer, and we're going to go over the budget, of course. And I want to thank Joe for several days ago. I talked to Joe. We're going to sort of maybe down the road update some of these ordinances and make it a little easier for people to get permits in town and make it a more friendlier atmosphere. That's about it, Mayor.
Thank you. Health and Public Assistance, Mr. Links.
Thank you, Mayor. The Madison Health Department and the Madison Internal IT Department are developing a web-based time management and reporting program which will be customized to the unique structure of the Health Department's operations. For over 35 years, the Borough of Madison has mitigated the cost of the public health services of its residents by developing and maintaining shared services relationships with other Morris County municipalities. Currently, Butler, Chatham Borough, Chatham Township, Morris Plains, and Victory Gardens are those other boroughs and towns. The most important commodity of the Health Department is the time expenditure of its licensed personnel. By tracking the time spent by each employee in each community, the time management and reporting program will enable the borough administrator and health officer to develop a comprehensive departmental budget, individual contracts, and support the public health needs of each contracting community in a manner financially responsible to all taxpayers and community. This customized software, web software application will be on board and will be fully used by the end of this quarter, which will be the 31st of March. We're looking for something earlier, Mayor, but I can assure you we'll be on board by the 31st. Thank you.